better than a 12 valve?
What's better than 12? There's nothing better than 12 valve. What's our favorite engine? What's my favorite engine in a light duty truck? You know, as far as being able to ease of working on something, obviously at Cummins. I like Duramaxes. I like pretty much all the motors. I'm a diesel geek, so I like that. How's sound?
Sound okay? We're trying a little bit different today, guys. Turn yours down. Alright, hi guys. I have a 99.73 and occasionally makes a sound. That's kind of hard, isn't it?
Occasionally makes a sound that resembles a knob, but only does it every now and then. That could be an injector problem. You want to run your all your injector tests on the 7.3, which is pretty easy. Most common scanners can run most cylinder contribution tests and also buzz tests on those injectors.
What can I do to reduce axle wrap on a 2014
What's the
2500?
What's the firing order on a 455 Olds rocket? I don't know, but I'll tell you one thing. I used to know what the firing order right off the top of my head was off of a Buick Dauntless. Yeah, we're live. Tell them they're fired. G56 06 comes, put dual disc in it. It goes into gear a little hard, normal. Everything went together, no problem.
Listen here, ADD.
I can't. I mean, there's questions.
You put focus on the questions. I'll read the questions.
The G56 is one of the one thing that you've got to understand is the rotation of the entire assembly. That also has to do with the truck going in and out of gear too. So one good thing for you G56 guys, before you go into a forward gear, if it ever gives you a problem going into second, Bulldog or second, just reach down, throw it into reverse real quick and come back. That'll slow everything down. You'll be able to go into a forward gear.
All right, I'll keep track of the questions.
All right, so you're going to do questions. I keep looking at questions.
Yeah, don't look at questions. It's about like you and rocking in the chair during the first Wade's World.
Yeah.
All right, let's see. Difficulty of rebuilding a Dana 80 for an F350.
Just normal gear setup. Normal gear setup. There's lots of good videos out there on YouTube if you've never done gear setup, so check that out if you're trying to do it yourself.
What can I do to reduce axle wrap on a 2014 Ram 2500 manual with a South Bend dual disc?
There's a lot of companies out there right now that are making traction bars. You want to start with a traction bar option. Not only do traction bars look cool, they're real popular right now, but that's actually going to help you with the axle wrap as well.
The guys at Air Dogs are comedians, and you know, we'll offer a hat swap to you, Alex and Brandon. So I never got my Air Dog hat for test fitting, so the likelihood of you getting the Thoroughbred hat is it's low right now.
Brandon, so, I'll see you in a few days. Tell Brandon I said hi.
Hope you got her name right, because it's going to be bad if she might get you.
If that's an everyday driver, that's a good turbo for everyday driving.
Correct. Just making sure.
What the heck is that? Do dudes send emojis now? Is that okay?
Yes, sir. It sure does.
If we spend our whole day today talking to the guys from Air Dog, that'd be fine. Yeah.
Everything you need from me is fine. Yes.
All right, next question, guys. What's a lift pump?
What's a lift pump? It is a low pressure pump that supplies fuel to your high pressure pump or your injection pump. I was going to show them the showroom, but I don't guess we can.
You want to do your first name?
Yeah. Meow. Meow.
Last name? What about
We need like a desk with yeah, we need a desk.
I mean, I can do the wireless mics and whole kit and caboodle if you want to sometime.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, Josh,
Yeah,
come
Josh.
see us.
Yeah, for sure. What do you guys drive? Well, what do you drive?
You still at 30 minutes?
My tires on the gauge display. Adam drives that right there. I don't know if you can see it. And I drive an 01 Dodge. Got an 01 Chevrolet too.
I took over the off-road department about a year ago, 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm in a Jeep now.
Go ahead with that whenever you're ready. Unless you got any other
I drive an 01 Dodge and I got an 01 Chevrolet in pieces back here in the shop.
He drives an '01 Chevrolet from the back lot to the garage to start it up twice a year, and then he drives it back to the gravel lot and it sits there.
that's right.
He'd love to sell it to somebody.
Best way, it's not for sale. Best way to get cooler EGTs. Best way to get cooler EGTs for wow factor, turbocharging.
Yeah, I don't think this is going to work doing it this way. We can't control the questions. What's the advantage and disadvantage of going to a single turbo for an 0864? Building for street strip.
Said which one do you want to do there?
I
We wanna
just read a question.
I know, that's what I'm saying. I didn't hear you. Sorry. I was reading the 6-7 question.
Quit reading questions,
The
that's why I
guy
told
with the guy with your rail pressure that's jumping around on the 6-7 Dodge. There's a couple of different things that you could have going on there. Really need to know a little bit more about your tuning. You can call in as soon as we get done with this. I'll be glad to talk to you. My name's Wade.
Listen, we're gonna screw this up.
Don't look at the-
I've
don't
got
look
to
at
read
the
these questions.
I got to look at the questions.
No, you don't. You don't need to read them. You don't need to read them.
Tell me what the question is.
7.3, do they have injection pumps or just lip pumps? And how do they work on my first power stroke? I'm wondering how to get more fuel.
They have a high pressure oil injection pump, which is called an H-pop. That would be considered your injection pump. But they also have low side fuel delivery, which would be a lift pump for the 7.3s too. So you have an oil injection system and you have a fuel supply system as well.
Do you want to talk a little bit on if you're putting a lip pump on an OBS with the dual tanks and how you do that? Maybe that'd be a good thing.
You really want to bypass the switcher valve in that. I can't remember off the top of my head exactly all of the hydraulic fittings, but you can pick up most all the fittings at your local hydraulic shop, and that way you can hook. You want to bypass the switcher valve. It's probably really easier to just pick one of the tanks and go with front or back tank, and then you take out a lot of restriction there too. You can also fabricate your own switcher valve inside of that, but that's a little bit more advanced fabrication class. So pick one of the tanks, work from one of the tanks, and you'll save yourself a whole lot of trouble.
Are cetane boosters bad?
No. The type of cetane increase that you can get in your fuel is going to be an advantage for you for sure. Chris Richard.
Go ahead and read that one. You want me to read it to you? Can you discuss how the Mr. Funnel fuel filter for diesel is different yet similar to the funnel cloud spotted today in Winchester?
How the hell Richard, how did you come up with that,
like,
man? I don't know how you came up with that. Is there a funnel cloud in town today?
There was, yeah.
He's the second one that said
No,
that.
there really was. It was.
Man, everybody's here, so we don't have a basement, so we're pretty much screwed. So funnel filter, funnel cloud, either way it goes, we're up to date. Hey, what's going on, Zach? That's my buddy from Nebraska there. All right, I can't read the damn questions. It's impossible.
Okay. All right. Did a turbo swap on 2011 6.7 Power Stroke. Aurora 4000 hits 18 psi, then falls on its face. Just uploaded new custom tunes for non-VGT and still doesn't.
Oof. Eric, or something. I would think that's got to be something in your tuning, man. Give me a call. Let me see if I can talk you through that.
All right, here's the one earlier that you ignored me that I was reading. Well, I can't
This
see
guy.
it. Sean, you're going to have to re-ask the question. Wade's got a little bit of ADD, and he didn't listen to me. He was trying to read his own question. So re-ask that one, and we'll answer it.
Hunter, if I was an Olympian, I would be a professional fisherman, which is a damn sport. You asshole. Fishing's a sport. Oh, yes, it is. Exactly. Don't start this shit. Don't start this shit. It's endurance.
How the hell is fishing endurance?
You've got to endure.
Seeing how long you can drink beer all day? Is that what it is?
All right.
Next question, people. Let's roll on in.
Hey, thanks, Stacks. The kid that asked the question about the, and I saw this, kid that asked the question about asked a question about the stacks in the 2001 Dodge. Yes, absolutely. You can fabricate your own components if you want to. We sell complete components. that are already set up, ready to go. All you got to do is punch a hole in the bed.
Van Dale.
Thank you. Told you, fishing is a sport. Fishing is definitely a sport. It has all the different characteristics
All
of the
right,
sport.
here we
There's
go.
offense,
I'm
there's
over this.
defense.
I'm over it. What's the advantage and disadvantage for going single turbo on a 6.4? Turbo's going out, can't decide between upgrading compounds or going big single.
Advantage on the 6.4 is you're actually just going to get a easier engine compartment to work inside of, which is, to me, is a huge advantage. And for somebody that's going to try to work on their own truck, that's going to be a big advantage for you. You're not going to lose anything as far as still going to have good top end with the turbo. You're still going to have awesome responsiveness. I guess the only downside to it would be you don't have that instantaneous boost that you get with the dual sequential setup of the 6.4. So, but it's still, you're not going to put it on a truck and be like, golly, this is awful, man. Don't have the same responsibility. So if you're going to go single turbo on 6.4, definitely check it out. We've got an awesome kit from H&S Motorsports. That would be my suggestion.
Garen Holder wants to know if we're going to have a 6.0.
Oh, Sean Ethington, my duck. The F and coyotes killed my duck. They broke in I put her in the greenhouse every night. They broke in the greenhouse and killed my duck. So, but thanks for asking about her, man. Nancy Reagan, my duck, she's gone.
You renamed it again?
Yeah, Nancy Reagan.
Okay.
Yes,
You
Nancy.
lost your computer privileges.
Sean, man, I can't read any more questions. I'm sorry, bro.
What would cause my 2002 Cummins with a fast 150 to start hard after it's been sitting for a few days? If I bump the pump on and let it pump a bit before cranking, so it'll drain.
Prime.
Yeah,
So,
that's what he's saying.
more than likely, you've got a leak down condition. Most of the time we see that on low side on your return lines from your BP44 that goes into the T-block on the back of the motor. There's a T-block that goes from return line on the head down from the return line on BP44 and then back to the tank. A lot of times it will see porosity in that line. You'll have a little air intrusion there. It'll leak down overnight or after a while. So if you're able to bump the starter and then the truck starts and you're not over pressurizing the diaphragm, so it's probably not a BP44 issue, it's a leak down issue somewhere. Start with tightening your injector lines. Excuse me. Tighten up your injector lines at the head, just give them just a little bit more of a touch with 3/4 inch wrench, and then go back and start looking for other low side lines that might be leaking down. I can still see the questions anytime I want to if I want to.
Spell porosity.
Oh, Porosity. Porosity.
All right, 2012 Cummins riding down the road. Trailer service light pops up. And TCS seatbelt security light. Turned it off, wouldn't turn back on, had to take the battery cables off, and it started.
More than likely, it's probably ECM, or it could be the integrated power module as well. Those are two big things, and they're both known failures on that year Dodge. But I tell you something that we see too: the driver's side, right underneath of the driver's door, and the driver's side wheel well panel. Underneath of there's a bell trip connector that has one of the main connector going into the cab. Pull your fender well down there, look at that connector, make sure that it's loosened up or get some water into it. So whatever you've got going on, it's probably something that it's happening with moisture or something that you use it.
I made the font smaller so you can't read
That's
it.
fine.
All right.
I have more problems with that.
Zach Painter found out that my ECM has a short in it, causing my injection pump to have a delay, which doesn't turn on right away, making it crank for a while.
What? No.
I read it, though.
I know.
You may
Now,
read
what
it.
is that in the same year truck? That's not accurate. If that's on the VP44 guy.
That's Zach Painter, the one from.
Like I say, I have 2010.
I don't remember what he asked. I can't change. I can't look at it. It's a good idea, but definitely need to do it with an iPad, not the laptop. Well, the iPad let me scroll through comments back like the phone did, and this one doesn't.
We're not very tech savvy. Me, yeah.
0373 running on about 4 cylinders when it rained. Now more frequent, like but it clears up and may run 100 miles before it does it.
I would lean towards the ejector driver module on that. Again, that's another component of the truck that is known to have water intrusion. Check your IDM out. They've got a little chintzy rubber gasket on the back of it to let water out. But a lot of times what it does winds up letting water in. So if that's only happening when it's raining, I would probably lean towards IDM.
Zach's is a 99. That's the BP44, as I said. The mechanic told him that.
Man, that's might want to find a new mechanic there. I don't believe that to be accurate. I think you've got a low side lead or a return side lead down there. That's probably because of the problem. 'Cause if you can bump the starter, if you bump the starter and that energizes the lift pump. This is on the VP44s. If you've got a weak diaphragm, what happens with that in the weak diaphragm in the VP44, the fuel will pass. It'll hang the it'll hang the advanced piston in the bore, and that really is what causes your hard start. So if that's not happening to you, if you're putting it under pressure and then it starts, then you've got a leak down. Return lines, man. You killed the whole computer.
No, I didn't. They're trying something different. Somebody told me how to do it. Thank you, kind stranger that told me how I need to do this. Ryan Humphreys, you're the man. Yeah, let's go through my comments.
Cool.
All right, that's exactly what I needed.
Just different material. You're taking your old ones out, putting the new ones in.
Tracy Ginger Snap Dickerson said, "Laugh out loud. Guess you won't be able to help me with my GMC Sierra." I don't know what that means, Tracy. If we missed your question, just ask it again.
Yeah. Apologize.
Yeah.
Sean, man, that's no problem about the duck. Yeah, check out the single turbo. Check out the H&S Motorsport single turbo kit, man. That's a really awesome setup.
And the racing's fine, but it's not going to be I don't know anything about it.
I'm still saying 8 wins for the Cats on football. In case anybody's wondering today, I'm still saying 8-4
With the unlock cable,
with a win in Georgia.
EFI Live would be your main
Georgia? Not Mississippi State, but Georgia?
And Mississippi State.
Alright. I guess you did. Oh, you said 8, didn't you? Yeah, okay. You said 8, and for some reason I guess I heard 7. Ready for the next set of questions, guys. Go ahead and hit them with us.
Chris Shearer is the man. Got some damaged parts and took. Hey, thank you, Justin. Appreciate that. Chris didn't want anybody to know this, but he's coming out of the closet probably tomorrow. So, but that doesn't have any effect on him being able to do his job. He's great at his job, but he is flaming gay.
Tracy said, "I see you are talking about diesel engines, and I do not have one of those. Mine is more of, I think it's an electrical issue with the battery."
I didn't see what your problem was, Tracy, but yeah, we really fool with anything here at the shop. So I mean, if it's something we can help you with, we also have a secondary website. Adam's in control of a website called Thoroughbred Off-Road, and Tyler does our other website for kind of centers around half-ton pickup truck, gas truck performance, which is Thoroughbred Truck. So check those two websites out if you're needing any parts for your gasoline vehicle.
Do I have to pay you for the sponsorship? Is that coming out of the? Okay.
I don't have a Thoroughbred Off-Road shirt. Not one damn Thoroughbred
I'm
Off-Road.
gonna make some new ones. Are you up to a large now?
Yeah, I'm just about there. I'm up to a large here, but the rest of it's not so much large. Mike Lilly, go with the new year 2011 had quite a few issues.
Why do you need the bully dog? Is the bully dog has to unlock the ECM to allow
Also, HX mirror brakes.
It's Chris. Justin's laughing about the Chris comment.
He's right about the 2011s having a few issues. Also, more on that, 6.7 truck has really actually been a pretty good motor as far as a first run motor from a.
You're talking about the Scorpion?
Yeah, from an automotive company that really hasn't been producing light duty diesel motors for quite some time. Other, V8 motors for almost a mid-range power plant. So yes, good truck. Definitely. Tell you another thing about trucks, buying trucks, and this is everybody, Carfax. To hell with Carfax. You know, obviously Carfax is going to tell you, you know, whether it's Rex, if it's had a good title, so on and so forth. But that's really not even as important as doing VIN checks on these new trucks. You guys that are out and you're in the market for these 2010 and up trucks, what you want to concentrate on as well is VIN checks, and you can have any dealership do that. If you buy a Chevrolet, take the VIN to a Chevrolet, tell them to give you a VIN check on it, and that will tell you all of the warranty work that's been done to a truck. So there's some trucks that you buy that you run the VIN on it and see what warranty work's done, and if the warranty work that's been done on the truck just reads like a who's who list of, you know, who said it, the truck's just got bad juju. Don't buy it. You know what I mean? Even if everything else has been repaired on it, it's probably been rubbed hard to put up with. So nobody really does that anymore. But to me, when I'm buying trucks, that's one of the first things that I look at.
All right, Sean's going to ask another question since it's a little slow. I guess I'll ask another question. What about rear end locker? Bad for a daily driver? One wheel pills make me sick.
Yeah, me too. You know, you don't really need to go with a spool. I wouldn't think. There's a couple of different options out there on that. It just depends on what what setup that you've got too, and not positive traction. But there's a lot of limited slip lockers that are out there. Eaton makes a really good one. It's electronic, so you want to look at different options there. But definitely check Eaton out. We carry Eaton, and Adam's got them up on the website. He can probably get you more information on his side than I can.
Sure can.
Yeah, you're right, Paul. You're exactly right. Eric, if you're gonna do that, man, you might as well go on with a full aftermarket kit. ATS has got a good kit out right now. BD just released their kit for the Scorpion this week, for the 6.7 this week. I haven't heard any feedback from it, but it's using board turbo, so it's going to have to be a good thing. So check that one out for sure. The BD kit, for sure. But yes, absolutely. Hey, Sam's watching. Hi, Sam. How are you?
Wow.
Hope you're doing all right today.
Hey, Sam.
Come to see you.
It's kind of down a little bit. You want to give something away? Let's give something away. I've never done that before. Hang on, no. I can't give that away.
Let's give this one.
We can't give that away.
Why?
That's fine. I was going to give away.
Let's give one of these away.
gift card.
Oh, okay. Shit. Then they can get one of them.
Huh?
Then they can get one of those.
All right, so $25 gift card.
And for one lucky Duramax owner, we're going to give you a Wix Duramax oil filter today. What is the guy? What the guy?
All right, hang on. Here's how you win it. You have to guess mine and Wade's age correctly.
Shit, man! Everybody knows I'm 30.
Stop. You can guess mine and Wade's age.
And first Duramax guy to comment, I'm giving you an oil filter, brand new Wix oil filter.
All right, here we go. We got some questions back
here. Jason, on the turbo or the transmission for the 7.3, actually a turbo that we don't carry just yet, but Diesel Site's got a transmission called the Legendary. That's supposed to be a really good transmission, but we carry all of the other normal transmissions. We carry BD, we carry Suncoast, and obviously we also carry ATS. All three of those manufacturers are going to be great for you. Definitely going to be able to hold what you're going to want to do. All three of those different manufacturers have different attributes of their transmission, so we'd be glad to discuss it with you when you give us a call. Q&A with Wade and Adam. Adam, tell them about your upcoming wedding.
upcoming wedding. I would assume that I would know a lot about it. I know I'm about to be there.
Yeah, you're about
That's
the same
about it.
boat I am.
Yeah. All right, guys. More questions, or take a guess at mine and Wade's age to win a $25 gift card. So.
The probe is $149.
Need that tip, yeah.
No, it would plug into the bullet dog.
You can? You can.
Uh-huh.
You can. You also have the computer there?
I got it. Wade is 43, the other guy's 27.
Oof.
It's pretty close, Zach.
Man, see, that's the problem with turning 40.
Yes.
Yeah.
Once you hit 40, everybody can nail it.
People guess you at 43, which is even effing worse. It's awful.
37 and 42. Tyler, that's why we're friends. Right there.
You can go to hell, Tyler Montgomery. You can go right to hell. Are you do they have to guess both of our ages for a thing?
Yeah.
I don't want anybody to guess my damn age anymore. I'm 40 damn years old. Guess Adam's age for crying out loud. Ask me a question. Sorry, dude. I just don't want to go through it no more. What is this I hear about tug toss? Yes. We were tossing around the idea of doing tug a truck at Judgment Day.
I put a poll up yesterday on Facebook. That's why they're asking about it. So
If we do tug a truck, it's going to be a complete free for all. We're not going to weigh trucks. If we do it, it's going to be a complete free for all. We're not going to weigh trucks. The only stipulation we're going to put on it is it cannot be over a half or shit. It cannot be over a 1-ton platform, i.e., no 4,500, 5,500s, top kicks, medium duty trucks, anything like that. So it have to be in the light duty market, 1,500, 2,500, 3,500. Other than that, it's run what you run.
all right, can you explain the reasoning of fifth gear, but on the MD 4500 upgrade?
The nut upgrade actually has Allen set screws in it. So when you put the upgraded fifth gear nut on, you're able to go through and torque the set screws down. That, in theory, is supposed to keep it from coming back off the transmission. And it does work if you use the proper torque sequences and all of the Loctite that they suggest you to. So as long as you follow the instructions that are in the upgraded fifth gear nut kit, you're going to be fine with it. One thing about fifth gear nuts, if it's habitually happening in your transmission, if it's falling off all the damn time, you've probably got something out of balance in the MD 4500. Time to just pull it down and go through it all good. We see that a lot.
I think that might be the closest.
Torres. Golly, dude, 45. Stop it! I'm 40 damn years old. There's no need to judge my age anymore. I just don't want to do it anymore. 40. I'm only 40. This is depressing.
What exactly are you sitting on? This is our gauge display that you're seeing behind us. We're sitting on stools. I don't know if you can see them. Let's see if we have any questions.
There was a question in there.
I love that people are still guessing that you're above 40. He legit is 40 years old.
I'm 40.
Yeah, 40 is the answer on Wade.
46. 46. 45. It's fucking depressing, man.
I love that none of them have been under 40. It's the hair, I think, though.
Yeah.
All right, we'll wait for a few more answers pop up, and then we'll wrap them up.
I'm giving this voice filter somebody.
It's Duramax only, right?
It's Turbocharging.
So Wade's giving a filter away to our Duramax guy.
Trevor Bailey, you said 42. That's been the only same. Oh, Ryan Humphreys. Ryan, either one of you guys, you all drive Duramax. Either one of them, Ryan Humphreys, Trevor Bailey. Thanks for the Ryan. Thanks for the 40, man. I appreciate it. That's it. You know, I told everybody all I was.
It is.
Well, I don't really
It's
see
the
more
south
questions.
end, the street
No.
pool is.
All right. Let's wrap it up, I guess.
All right.
You got anything
How
else
you
you
want
wanna
to
talk
wrap
about
it up?
Dyno Day, we're taking phone-in registrations right now. I think the website will be updated shortly. That is October 1st this year. Did we change the number of trucks we're taking in each class?
No,
No.
not that I'm aware of.
I don't think so. The
If
payout for the unlimited
if we-
class is $1,000.
If we cap it, if we cap a class, we will let you guys know if it fills up. So.
All right, I guess we'll wrap it up.
TJ Swirl 56, thanks man, appreciate that too. Best tuner for a stock 0659 that won't destroy the transmission. If you drive the truck like an idiot, you'll be able to destroy it on stock. Not saying that you're an idiot, just saying if you drive it terribly, you can totally tear up a stock transmission on a stock truck. There's really not a tuner that's going to allow you to go out and hammer on it all the time, and it's going to give you ultimate transmission protection. So don't buy into that. Now, if you want a good tuner that's kind of a lower cost alternative, and it's going to give you great fuel mileage, more responsive. I can't talk today. Smarty Jr. is my choice.
All right, we'll wrap it up, guys. As you can hear in the background, this is our sales guys.
Nate Woolman, filter goes to you, bud. That's all you had to do is like you drove the Duramax.
And look at that.
Nate.
Look at that.
Thanks, man.
TJ
Appreciate it.
Swope. All right. TJ Swope.
Gets cars.
Yep.
Yeah.
TJ Swope and Nate Woolman. Message the Thoroughbred Diesel Facebook page right now, and we'll get some info from you. You win a filter, Nate, and TJ, you win a $25 gift card. So thanks for watching, guys. Tell them I would.
Oh, wait.